Welcome to the EU Mentorship videocast called Stories from the Balkans. I am Nejra Vreto. I'm a program coordinator of Boris Divkovic Foundation, and today we are here together in Brussels having an EU mentorship session supported by the European Liberal Forum. And our speakers today with me here are Gor Badalyan from Armenia and Monika Zajkova from North Macedonia. Welcome.
Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you. So for our audience, please, can you just briefly introduce yourself?
I will start, but first I want to say thank you for this initiative. It's very important for the Western Balkans countries and Eastern Partnership countries to get together and discuss some kind of topic as how we can be integrated in Europe. Mm-hmm. So briefly about me, I'm the PhD in Management Science and civil society activist, CEO of the Bread of Liberty NGO, and I resident in Armenia. So briefly about me.
Thank you.
Okay, my name is Monika Zajkova. I'm Vice President of the Liberal Democratic Party in Republic of North Macedonia and currently working as a member of the Macedonian Parliament.
Thank you so much. So Monika, what is the current political situation in your country? You are the member of the parliament, as you said. What is the situation like now, and especially after the huge protest you had?
I've just discussed about that. I mean, people are still chopping from the voting of the French proposal. Mm-hmm. And, because of all the things that we have through this path of the EU integration, people started to being frustrated of how EU is putting double standards mm-hmm. in our countries. So now the situation currently is quite peaceful, mm-hmm. but there is still anger of how we are, how the European Union is behaving mm-hmm. To Macedonia, because all of us said that we're not negotiating through the Copenhagen criteria, but the EU let that bilateral issue to be an obstacle for the fully European integration. Now it's turned to, we've started the accession negotiation process and the climate is getting more positively, mm-hmm. but it's also a turn to EU to deliver something concretely so people could feel it, because the EU skepticism, especially among the youth generation, is increasing, and we need to stop this trend because even though the EU skepticism, still the European Union is the more preferred option.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's a similar situation in almost all Western Balkan countries. Yes, thank you. Gor, as an NGO representative coming from Armenia, what is your perspective on the current political and social narratives happening throughout the whole Europe, especially now after the 6 months after the war in Ukraine? And now 2 weeks we have the war in Armenia as well.
Yeah. To be honest, we during these 2 months and now especially after the 13th of September, mm-hmm. we put our attention in our borders because we have a big conflict with our neighbor Azerbaijan. So they are started bombing in our territory. It's a sovereign territory. It's not a border conflict anymore regarding the Nagorno-Karabakh. It's a Armenian sovereign territory that they're trying to putting the drones and bombing our civilians. So we are now trying to figure out our problems, mm-hmm. and we put all our attention in this case. Mm-hmm. Regarding the war, we as a normal people can accept an aggression that Russia doing the Ukraine. But Armenia, in this case, have a mutual view of point. It's regarding that we are small and we can make our voice very highway. So mm-hmm. there's a lot of I don't want to say that we are afraid, but we are so little in this case, and we do not have some big partner who can pretend us if we're gonna speak more. Mm-hmm. But in general, yes, we reject all kind of aggression that happening in the region and also in the Russian and Ukraine war.
We certainly do hope it will end soon and that it won't have any huge effects on the population of Armenia. Okay, both of you are EU mentorship participants. Can you name top 3 priorities for your countries in order to be one step closer to the EU?
Well, I'm already speaking about this in whenever I have opportunity to speak. That EU needs to show different approach and to deliver concrete measures. That's why we are using this program to deliver the message what is needed to our citizens. For example, among this European mentorship program when we was in Vienna, we've discussing about the initiative to including Western Balkans in the free roaming zone in the European Union, so the youth population can feel it that they could travel whenever they want and they will have free internet wherever they are. Then maybe providing more opportunities for using the Erasmus Plus programs. Also including us as countries in the observation process during the EU elections, so we could feel the atmosphere and to feel that we are part of the EU. I mean, we are living in the European continent, and among this we are Europeans, but we need to feel the concrete benefits from the Union. So we need to see that Europe is sending a clear message that they are supporting pro-European governments and not giving wind and back of the nationalist and populist.
Those are really good 3 priorities. Thank you. God?
I think the first one is going to be the facilitating of the liberalization of the visa with the EU and Armenia. So we are thinking very big, but we need to be very realistic and objective in this case, and to start by small steps. So I think the first is going to be for integration and visa liberalization. The second one going to be more deeper relation with the Eastern Partnership countries, so make the strengthen more we are now. And the third going to be putting more influence in our justice system in Armenia. So we are a very democratic country, and I think the human rights and justice system need to be very high level.
Great, thank you so much. Monika, I remember you were also a VELPA participant, and I think 3 years ago here in Brussels, in European Parliament, we also created like this youth resolution, We Are Europe Too, and this reminded me of just what you said. When we speak about youth, both of you are young activists. Can you tell me what is the youth in your countries especially interested in? Are they still willing to be politically or socially active, or is there still a political apathy and they do not want to engage?
Well, we are facing with a huge percentage of youth apathy. I mean, not only in the politics, but also in the civil society sector. The last researches show that 50% of the youth don't want to be active at all, which is a very high percentage of young population who is not seeing that they could contribute in the public and social life. So now, as a member of the parliament, I found that with other member of parliament, a club for young parliamentarians, so we are making a monthly coordination with the young population and the institutions and the government representatives. So, because we saw that the main reason why is this apathy is because youngsters are not believing in the institutions. So that's why we decided to open the institutions and to listen them and to make them feel that they could contribute with their ideas and that there will be concrete result, that they could make the changes that they want to see. Because if when you have lost trust between the youths and the system, then you have this result, like total apathy in the system. So we need to bring back the trust between the youths and the whole system and the whole society, so they could start being active again in the civil society sector or in politics. Also, the youth wings in the parties are not providing concrete policies. I mean, they are just blindly following the policies that the leaders of the party are speaking about, and that's like daily politics, not offering something interested for the youth, which is again demotivating the youngsters to believe in the political party. So the picture is like everyone are the same, and even though we will speak, no one will listen to us in the end of the day. That's why through this club of young parliamentarians, which is made by parliamentarians who are coming from different political ideologies, we want to convince the youth that their voice will be listened, and when there is the youth agenda on the topic in the parliament, that there won't be any party stuffs and so on, but we will listen to their proposals.
I think that's a really good initiative. Maybe we can also try to arrange something like that in Bosnia. Yes?
That's a very good question, and I'm sharing 100% what Monika said. I think the problem we also have regarding that there's a problem. There's a different like a region, Caucasus and Western Balkans, but I think we also have the same situation as in Macedonia. But in Armenia, there is a problem also that after school and meet the university, the young people is going to work, and they're trying to like earn money and help their parents, and they like do not have a time to spend for social activities. I can't very good way say 100% way saying a political issue, but regarding the NGOs, I'm faced with the young people every day, the people who study in university, and we're trying, and every day we're doing some projects, programs, and regarding the statistics, I would mention that in Armenia now, 80% of each event are female presenters than male. So it's a big problem because yes, we fight all for the woman rights and for equality, but now is the picture was changed, and maybe after the 10 years we don't have a mess in activities. It's funny, but it's the result.
Yeah.
It's because they are like we have some culture that the woman is the neck and the man like is the head, and they go to work to earn money for protect their family. So I think that's why the reason that the people not involved in the process.
And how is the situation with the volunteers? Because we have a lot of problem with the volunteers. I mean, when I was a part of my student days, it was very attractive to be a volunteer in some kind of NGOs or institutions and so on. And now we could not find volunteers. No one is coming to work for free.
Yeah.
That's a problem, yeah, because everyone wants to earn money for the activity. But we have some groups in Armenia. We're using social networks for that. It's very in Telegram also, and also in the Facebook groups. That people sharing that they need for the volunteers in this case. And actually, now in Armenia, more schooler people studying in school, more volunteering than in university. Yes, in the age of 14 to 16.
It's very interesting. Thank you. Well, soon you will be able to present the letters to MEPs, which we were actually finalizing here at this very room this morning. So you will present them very soon to the members of the European Parliament. What is actually the main message that you want to send out to them? Gor.
So my main reason to participating in the program and writing the letters to the member of the European Parliament is to make the issue regarding the visa liberalization. As I said, yes, we are young, we are active, and we can think a big way, see the big picture, but we need to step by step go for that. And now, for example, in a region, Georgians have the opportunity to travel in Europe without the visa, some period, and the people who live in Armenia and sharing the value and want to live in a peaceful way, I think they're also we need to give them chance to have this opportunity because it's the future, and I'm really trying to make this issue and try to solve this problem. and by little steps, just I don't know, to make more time attention or to I don't know. The main the reason gonna be to one more time to speak about the liberalization and to understand how we can campaign with it.
I completely agree. That's a small step, but very important one. Okay, Monika?
I would like to introduce them the situation in my country, in North Macedonia, and also to raise the awareness that European Union could also have benefit from our country. I mentioned in my letter that like every European country, we are struggling with the same issues. I mean, the inflation, lack of food, lack of energy. So that maybe finding common, how to say, interest, and European Union should invest more in the agricultural policies in North Macedonia, so the people who are working with agriculture could have more subsidies and to produce more food, which will be exported to the European Union. So I want to raise the awareness that we could that we have like mutual interests. So we need to use the moment to collaborate more and to strengthen the collaboration between EU and North Macedonia.
That's a very strong message. Thank you so much. Okay, for the end, do you perhaps have an interesting book, movie, or a Netflix series that you would like to share with our audience?
A lot of
A lot of
book. Maybe my favorite one is Homo Sapiens, and it has a very clear messages inside that makes you thinking on deeply about the society issues that we are facing now, going through the historical part of the civilization. And on Netflix, favorite serial is The Crown.
Oh, okay. Nice choice.
It's gonna be not from Netflix. It's gonna be from HBO.
Okay.
It's gonna be something fresh one. I would suggest House of Dragons. The message what I see there is that it doesn't matter how powerful, how big you are, if you are not peaceful inside your country, inside your community, groups, it doesn't matter what kind of it's named, you will crushed. So the message for whole countries, the states, the unions, we need to have the same goal and fight for them. Do not lose our individuals. It's a very important. So that's the kind of message. It's about the books. I would suggest the Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand. It's about the individuals. It's about how individuals can fight and win. So that's it.
Great. Thank you so much for your proposals, and thank you for being speakers for this video cast, EU Mentorship Stories from the Balkans.
Thank you for the opportunity that you gave us.
Yes,
thank you so
good
much.
20 minutes.
Yes. We are, of course, looking forward to continue our great cooperation, and until then, please follow us on our social media channels, and I hope to see you soon in our next video cast. Thank you. Bye.